INTJs are often called strategic lone wolves. But is that really true? Or is there something deeper at play? Are you an INTJ, and have you ever wondered if you fit into the Sigma category? Or maybe you've heard that INTJs are strategic lone wolves. But is that really true? The truth is that INTJs and Sigmas are not the same. They have similarities, but also fundamental differences. Today, we'll break down the myths and see where they align and where they diverge. Let's start with the basics. What does being a Sigma personality really mean? This term has become popular to describe independent individuals who reject social hierarchy and prefer to live by their own rules. A Sigma doesn't seek social dominance like an Alpha would. They are self-sufficient, prefer to operate behind the scenes, and don't feel bound by society's imposed norms. Because of this, they are often perceived as distant, mysterious. But in reality, they are simply focused on themselves. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. Think of characters like John Wick, determined, detached, self-sufficient. Or Sherlock Holmes, a solitary genius who ignores social hierarchies, guided only by his logic and objectives. These are often cited as examples of Sigma-like behavior. Note, the concept of Sigma is a cultural construct, not a psychological classification. It originates from online discussions and is used to describe certain behavioral tendencies rather than an established personality theory. It should not be confused with frameworks like MBTI or Jungian psychology. But what happens when we compare this concept with the INTJ mindset? Do you think you align more with Sigma independence or INTJ strategy? Comment below. The INTJ is often seen as the mastermind, the grand planner who thinks long-term. But unlike a pure Sigma, they don't ignore social structures. They study them. An INTJ is driven by introverted intuition, NI, which allows them to analyze patterns and trends with a far-reaching vision, anticipating future possibilities with remarkable precision. Their extroverted thinking, TE, compels them to structure their environment efficiently, relying on logic and existing frameworks to execute their plans effectively. Then there's introverted feeling, FI, which shapes their deeply held personal values and inner sense of authenticity, often guiding their long-term motivations rather than their external interactions. Finally, extroverted sensing, SE, their fourth function, influences their ability to respond to immediate realities and take decisive action when necessary, particularly under pressure. Here's the key difference. A Sigma rejects the system entirely. An INTJ optimizes it for strategic advantage. They are not rebels who ignore the rules. They are strategists who know how to bend them to fit their vision. However, excessive isolation can lead an INTJ into what is known as the NI, FI loop, where they become so absorbed in their own vision and internal values that they detach from external logic and reality. When this happens, their extroverted thinking, TE, is underutilized, making them more withdrawn and emotionally rigid. But when an INTJ actively balances their TE and SE, they stay grounded in reality, turning vision into action. Unlike a Sigma, who might withdraw indefinitely, an INTJ knows when it's time to engage with the system to make their vision a reality. A Sigma may ignore the rules. An INTJ rewrites them to make them work better. Despite these differences, INTJs and Sigmas share some fundamental traits. Both are independent and rarely conform to others' expectations. Both prefer a strategic rather than emotional approach and work best alone or with a select few trusted individuals. They have a long-term mindset, prioritize efficiency and precision, and remain focused on their personal goals regardless of social pressures. At times, they may appear cold and detached, but in reality, they are keenly observing everything around them. And this brings us to the real difference: their relationship with power. While a Sigma may avoid social power, an INTJ often acquires it, even without seeking it. Their efficiency and planning abilities naturally lead them to leadership positions. But be careful. They don't seek control for ego or dominance over others. They do it because they want to execute their vision with precision. However, not all INTJs desire leadership in the traditional sense. Some prefer specialized, high-autonomy roles where they can implement their strategies without managing others. If their introverted feeling, FI, is strong, they may reject leadership roles that don't align with their values. Unlike an alpha, who asserts dominance through charisma, the INTJ influences the world through strategy and facts. They prefer to stay behind the scenes, maintaining control without needing constant attention. This is why they are sometimes mistaken for a Sigma. But an INTJ is not a Sigma. A Sigma isolates themselves from the system. An INTJ studies it, deconstructs it, rebuilds it, and then governs it. This means that an INTJ may look like a Sigma, but in reality, they are simply waiting for the right moment to make their move. To go even deeper, we can look at the Jungian archetypes that influence an INTJ's psyche. The hero, NI. The visionary who sees the future with absolute clarity and is determined to realize it. The shadow, SE. When ignored, it can lead to disconnection from reality, but when integrated, it makes the INTJ adaptable and action-oriented. An INTJ who masters their SE can execute their ideas effectively, avoiding the pitfalls of pure abstraction. Unlike a Sigma, who may completely detach from external validation, an INTJ understands that action and strategy are essential to shaping their world. So, where does an INTJ truly belong? Are they a Sigma with a more refined strategy? Or something entirely different? Tell me what you think. Do you identify more with a Sigma or a classic INTJ? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, in one of the upcoming videos, we'll explore a concept that INTJs master perfectly: stoicism and emotional control. Don't miss it. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with others who might find it interesting. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.